Okay. First thing we have to do is to rotate this less. It's the most important change. Why did it break? Oh, because I left everything. Uh, oh yeah, we decided not to do that in here. We decided to send a request. Let's just remove it for now. Let's see if everything builds. Yes, okay. And now the ball should be less rotated. Yeah, okay. Okay. So next we're gonna work on showing reviews on different pages. Let's see, where was it? Here. Okay. So we were building a query that gives you back reviews. And now we need to uh, okay, and now we need to use this basically. So let's define, let's start working on that. So this is your review, and uh, how do we populate it? So it starts empty, uh, and we can send it and we read it from here. Okay. Wait, that makes sense for review. Uh, Okay, so now we have to add actually fetching reviews. Mm, so let's make a new view, I would say, that we will put here. Let's call it place score. And give it a place ID, this ID of the place. So we need to make that. Okay. Okay. So okay. What did I do? Different keys. So we said we accept place ID, which is in32. So if we're loading, we render progress view. Else we render string describing reviews. So we need those two. Like this. And this should return text. Okay, so it's empty. So let's start loading stuff. So I would love to have some kind of a data loader, um, where I would give something like a query that returns something, uh, and loading view, and maybe empty view. So this would be something like text loading. And then when you have content, you will have something like string describing content. And all of this would go away. So then a query would be something like task. Well, not a task, you would just write a sync function, right? And you would need an error as well. So you would get text with recovery suggestion, something like this. Something like this. So let's see how that would like, how that could be implemented. So data loader. And we said we will take a function, let's call it load, which is an async function. That's not how you write async. Async function that returns some data. So we need two data. Well, actually, it would return server response, dog replies of the data. What's it called? Or just dog client dot reply. Okay, dog client dot reply. Uh, T data doesn't decode. Yes, so T data should be decodable. Okay, so that's what we start with. Uh, T loading. So V loading. The error and success is V success. So loading takes nothing. Error takes request error, and success takes T data. Okay. And we need to define all of those. V error is view and V success is view. And we need a comma here, and now everything should mostly build. So when you load, you have to give a function. So okay. So let's say load reviews, and we give a private function that is async, and it returns dot client reply of array of reviews, and we just return empty. While we return success of empty. Yes, okay. This should mostly build. So zero's argument is request error, and we can say recovery suggestion. I kind of want to say on here, because we always have a recovery suggestion. I would want to add public var title. User message title is a string that will just return error description, and user message text is recovery suggestion. Those are always present, so we'll just use them instead of this. So this is for integrating with Swift UI, and they just have to be optionals, but we are always return a value, so we can use this here. Okay. So now we can have user message text. Or even do this. Let's just keep it like this. Um, what is wrong? Conform to view. Oh, I forgot to conform it to view, of course, here. Okay. So now everything should build basically, and if we run it, we should see not implemented in here. Okay, perfect. So what we will do is we first put stuff here. Can we just say text with a string describing this self? I think that should just print all the states. Mm. Okay, so the logic here is if we're loading, uh, if we're loading, we're gonna, well, actually, goes away, and this goes away. Uh, so first, we want to say that we're not loading. I'm gonna do this. When loading, when error, when success. Do it like this. View loading, view error, view success. Uh, okay. Here we go again with Twitch spam. And then we create a bunch of private vars. Okay, so if we are loading, we're gonna render view loading, else if comparing non-actual, yes, so like this. So maybe we should make a little enum. So it can either be loading or succeeded with data t data or failure with error request error. Okay. So then we can do a switch on that. So when loading, we render view loading. Otherwise, we render view data, data. Otherwise, render view error with error. Loading. I think that's basically it. Um, okay, guard case loading equal request is not this. So we're not loading, otherwise we return. So request equal loading. So this is async, right? Okay, so we return for loading, and otherwise we say. So we start with loading. Then we call load and switch on that. So if it's success with data, we say that it's success with data. If it's failure with error, we say it's failure with error. Non-sendable type returned to not as a label. Is review sendable? Yes. Okay, let's see. Okay, so what we need to do is to start that function. We say that actual body is like this, and we render content, and we give it a task of make request. Converting non-sendable. Using makes request. Oh, of course, we forgot to do this. Why is it always loading? Uh, view error, view success. Load reviews. So it does load. Let's print this. So it starts as loading and then it just breaks. So we start with setting it to loading. But how do we make sure that we don't do it multiple times? To do simply start and loading. We cannot add this start. Okay, so now I want to make this sendable, I guess. Okay, and now I can change this. Okay, now let's go add that. Uh, no, that's not true. Oh, okay. Uh, places slash stuff. Uh, okay. This should build. But this is not gonna work because this is not the correct response. We're sending this back. So we have to describe it better. So this is not gonna work well. It's not gonna build. Okay, this should build. Cannot find place and scope because we have place ID here. Okay, so now we should have an error. Yes. Expected to decode an array, but found a dictionary. That is correct. Because what we return is something different. Okay, so place details should be decodable. Okay, let's see. So command, command, command. Oh, I don't know why I have all of these things. Let's just start with this too. Var ID in32 public var approved reviews is this array of reviews. Okay, now we are querying something else. Um, yes, so instead of review, we're returning DTO place details. That should work. Now, let's see. Perfect. So we make this request. Now, what do we do on this three? So instead of text describing, we need to show something more reasonable. Render score, right? And we take details like this, and we return some view. So we can say string describing details. That should be the same. Okay. So this should be render error then. Can we make it view builder? Yes, we can, but we don't need to. So we would say that according to design, what do we do? Show reviews. 4 places to show home recently added. No, so home recently added, that doesn't exist. Between name, label, So something like this, right? So it's just a bunch of pause. Okay, so first we need to calculate uh, review amount is details approved reviews count. Average score is details approved reviews sum. Details approved reviews sum, and with some score, I guess. What is the approved review? Let's see. And review has score, right? Rating. Reduce into 0 and uint. What was it? You in 16. Into int 16 0 and 16 0. And what we do is we say rating. Result of plus in is unused. Maybe like this. Like reduce initial is int 16 0, and then we say rating. Okay. Like this. Okay, so then is there a single? No, it's just double. It's funny that it is called double. Mm, so we convert this over review amount. I think this is how it should work. Okay. View average. It's like this. Okay, and now we need to convert it to nearest decimal. Uh, round the float to nearest decimal. Swift round the float to 1 decimal point. Boom, boom, boom. Round it. Round it to one place. This, round it to huh? Rounded rule. Swift round float. I wish there was a way to get rid of this. I can't handle this. Round. Floating point rounding rule. Yes, but how do I specify? Rounding float to decimal places, yes. Oh no, please don't make me do this. Man, what is going on? Float, float. Okay, I guess I have to write my own. Two decimal places. One. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Extensions. Float. Like public extension float. Oh, yeah, float 32. Float 64. What protocols does float implement? Because we can also do it for double in the same way. Let's close everything else. Implements. No. What about double? Float. What is float actually? 32-bit or what? Single precision. Okay, yeah, that's what we want. So we said we want to round it to decimal digits. Okay. Returns another float. Um, byte, I guess. What is byte? No, U int 8. Okay. Um, let's see if this works. Uh, I don't think it works. The compiler is unable to check this. Uh, so let's see if if Xcode AI come up with something reasonable, and then also measure if it took longer. If it takes longer than writing it yourself, well, I imagine already. uh, okay, we need to build this. So build canceled, build failed. What failed? Yes. Okay. Mm, I'm building. Is it so big? Why it takes such a long time? Okay. So AI failed. What? No. ISO formatter does not conform. No, cannot find PAL in scope. Okay, well, that is not where we are. Okay, so okay, I'm not even gonna bother with this. So we want to multiply self by, well, actually it is correct. Build input file cannot be found. Well, because there is not an input file like this. Input file cannot. Where is this coming from? Uh, Okay, let's try to build it here first. Okay, that builds. Let's try again with Xcode. So adding new file is not working. Okay, now let's see if this works. And we start a server. Okay, try. Okay, so that's perfect, I guess, except we don't have more reviews. Let's say we start with float of 3.5. Okay, so 6. Between 6 and 4, um, it should be 5 now. Hmm? Now it should be 5. Okay, I don't know. We'll figure out after break. Okay, everything is working. So I don't get it. So I start at 0. Um, and I just do this. So one review, average 4. But if I do 2 reviews, uh, and I start with 6, average should be 5, but it's 8. 2 reviews, one is 4, one is 6, average is 5. Something is not correct. Oh, we start with 6. It should be 6 over review amount, of course. Okay, well, yes, so now it works, but if I start with 3, it should be 3.5 now. Yep. If I start with 375, 39. Okay, so I think this works well. So we put it back to 0, right? And if I instead drop first, that should be 0. Yeah, and this -1. So 0 reviews, 0. Okay, so that avoids an issue of having to do an if with 0. Okay, so this is fine. So now if we do formatted, can we do formatted here? Toby, don't click your pause. So if we, why does it keep us saying this? Okay, it crashed. So I wanted 4.0 is how I want it. Number, what can I do? Okay, string from review average. Oh, that's good. What if I give like month by here? Um, okay, so review average. Okay, and we're gonna take a look on what we had in a design. Leave review, only show if there are reviews. Mm, reviews from suggestion, not in response. So let me see how Google shows reviews. So it says a score and samples. So this is interesting because I want to render five posts, right? Um, Let me do this. So I'm doing this. In a this H stack. And then how do I fill it to a half? So let's say this is fill, this is fill, this is fill, and this should be half filled. So I would say I render this stack where there is a blueprint fill and blueprint. But then this would have a clip shape of a rectangle with uh, or I would guess a mask where you have a rectangle here. So what can you give to mask? Alignment leading. Okay. So you would do this, but then you would need to get something like alignment guide horizontal axis width size and size times 1/2, 1/3 size width. Alignment guide horizontal leading dimensions and this dimensions width or 3. Okay, that's a little bit strange. So let's do this. Hmm. Um, so if I return 0, If I return this, center, middle. That's exactly in the middle. What does it return? A view modified with respect to its horizontal alignment according to the computation. Returns the offset to apply. So if we go to trailing, if we go to leading, so offset by half, I'm saying. Hmm. Reposition a view in relationship to another. You can return a constant or use any dimension. To right of the center. Okay, so it's moved by half of the width. So what are the dimensions? I'm curious. Dimensions are 21 by 19. Is that so? 22 by 19. Okay. So we want to offset it from the center by width. So I don't get it. So if I move a center point, the whole width goes right because it's a mask. Hmm. Okay, so let's just let's just think about it. So by default, so we're rendering a rectangle with a pole, right? Mm, okay, so we're rendering a rectangle like this. Let's say that is filled, right? And on top of it, we render a rectangle that's white. So what do we do? Yes, we do a fill and on top render white. Ah, that's why. And we want to. Oh, that's what's wrong. I think what we want is to render a paw print and then on top of it render this. Yeah, but with a mask. So if I don't offset it, it will just be transparent, right? So if we just do 0, well, let's do this. Now it will be all fill. And if I offset it completely, it will be all empty. Um, Maybe we should actually do something else first. Maybe we should just have this on top. So we render a rectangle. Okay, so and then a rectangle. Well, why don't we do this actually? Well, like this. So now it will be filled. Uh, so this is empty. Yeah, you're gonna go for it. So now it's completely filling it in. And we want to just clip it. Oh, yeah, that's not it. We give it a mask that's leading. Or we just want to offset it. Offset does not go away. Okay. Let's make it red so we know which one it is. Okay. So we give it a mask. And the mask is rectangle. So now it's visible. So offset 0, right? Oh, stop typing stuff. Okay, if I set it 5, Hmm. So I've set it 0. So I align it in the middle and I've set it 0. And if I've set it half the width left, so this should be, I don't guess, a rectangle starts, where does it start? So if I don't do anything, I just do this. Or maybe overlay starts. Oh, that starts in the center, right? Okay, and if I've set it by width, by half the width, by 25 times the width, nothing really changes. Um, let's see. Let's just Google stuff. I show left half of mask, half of the view. So they render this. Hmm. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, do I now do this? Mm-hmm. That's perfect. That is perfection. Uh, what about this? I have this, and I have this. Uh, Yeah. Oh, read size on preference change. perform read size. Okay. Um, so we're gonna render two rows. We're gonna render two things on top of each other and hide part of the other one. Okay. Where is it? Why did it break? We're just breaking everything. Uh, so both width equal size width. Oh, it's just here for some reason. What is this printing? Okay. Yeah, here. One 42. So the second we read size, something broke. It's also breaking on a phone. Oh man. 'Oh, it is breaking. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay, can we do this? Um, that's so broken. So if I remove geometry reader, everything is correct. So there is correct padding. What if I put it here? So this just has 10 widths. How does this work? Oh, overlay geometry reader. Why don't I reuse it? Why don't I just use this? So we're just gonna do this. Okay, so let's just try it. File private struct. Mm, so this would be a view where you would return content. How does that work? Preference key, view modifier. You have to make a view modifier. So you make this, and you take this binding uh, is binding to CG size of this. Mm, and then you have content. Yeah. So where you overlay. Um, okay. So basically, you want to say that geometric size. Huh. Mm, does it work? Such a mess. Cannot find size. Will this work? Hey, Alex, welcome. Will it work? And then let's say I give it a text, a string describing both sides, and with some background. 142 wide. Okay. On change of ball size, print ball size, width. Perfect. Okay. Um, I guess that works. Okay, so we want to read the size of this into here. And then I want to overlay a rectangle. A rectangle like this, but I only want to make it wide a certain amount. So yes, but it starts at leading. Okay, so and the width is the width is going to be um, full size width. That's 100% times review average over 5. Cannot convert float to CG float. Here, I help you. Okay, so now it is 4. And if I say that this is just 4.5, should end exactly in the middle. mm, mm, mm. CG float is just double. That's interesting. Why doesn't it end in the middle? 4.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and like kinda half, but not really, because we don't account for something. It's not a half of the ball. It's like less than a half because there is padding, stack spacing included. Hmm. But I am measuring the width of this. Maybe I calculated something wrong. 4.5 over 5 is 0.9. And then 0.9. Is this 0.9? It is almost 0.9. And then zero point 0.9 of this is 127 and width is 142 times 0.9, 127.8. So everything is correct. Is there some kind of padding? What if I do this? One 28, and this one is green. 142, 128. So it is correct, it just doesn't align correctly. And maybe it is because these are not correct. Size. Okay, let's remove this. Something doesn't align somewhere. Why is it wrong? Stack spacing included. Yeah, it's like 2 pixels wide, right? Why don't we just round it up? Maybe that's why. So why don't we say take this? Hmm, and say that width is this. Uh, but we round it up. Is it better? No, really. 128, 142. Well, anyway, let's first do it as a mask. A bit ugly, yeah? I think it's just that the both don't align. Try to space with 0. Okay. Oh, wow. But why not? You totally right. Sorry I didn't believe you again. But I don't understand why is it like a little bit off. What is the default spacing? Like one or something? Well, now it's exactly in the middle. Um, so we don't need to round it, I imagine. Okay. 0.9 of width is not the middle of the ball because it has to account. So we have to add like four spacings. Like let's say spacing was 2. If we say 8 plus this, that will work. No. Or 8 plus this. No, not 8, sorry. Basically, yeah, this plus 8 pixels. 8 points. No. I don't understand how spacing plays. Oh, now it's just always correct. Like if I put spacing 25, it's spacing 25. So if I remove spacing, it's wrong. If I add spacing of any kind, it is correct. Well, not of any kind. If I add 10, and if I add 3, okay, we'll just add spacing 0 for now. Mm. Yeah, 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 yeah. I hope, I hope I don't have to do this. Okay. I hope I don't have to do this, but uh, fail. Uh, So if it's fill, then it's ball print otherwise. To the last one. I guess you could draw all default pose but last and apply mask based on remainder. Yeah, I was trying to do it, but I couldn't figure out how to align the mask properly. um, Fixed size. Sorry, font caption. No, how do I make it the same? How do I make symbol brainer the same? You know what? I just am going to width, uh, for height, for dimensions, height of four dimensions, and it should be CG float, right? Um, Static private let four dimensions. 16, 3. Um, no, this is not correct. I guess font size, font system size, four dimensions. Mm, okay. Okay. I'll be back in a second. I always get stuck with these things. How did I do it last time? I don't get it. I do not get anything. Hmm. 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 Interesting. Wait. Oh shit. I dropped a piece of chocolate and I do not see where it is. And then Toby is going to come and eat it. Oh, okay, shit. Yeah, so when I do a SF symbol, I render it as an image. Mm, you're right. I thought there was resizable. Scaled to fit, right? Hmm? What's a view? Mm. Mm. Should be 20 by 20, yeah? Okay, and they all align. Okay, so now we have to figure, well, we don't have to figure it out. But I don't understand why would this be so broken? Hmm. Do you have any idea? So when I read the size, that includes spacing, right? Maybe you cannot just overlay it? I messaged it a bit. I guess you could draw all default pose but last and apply mask based on. Okay, yeah, so what you mean is that I take a whole part. So this would be review average more than one. Well, this is actually always true. You cannot have lower. This is review average more than two. This is review average more than three. This is review average more than four. This is review average more than equal five, right? Okay, but then I also say, basically I put overlay here. El Migranto, what are you creating? Hi, Pre I partake alone? Welcome to the stream. What am I making? We are making an app that that allows you to discover places in Amsterdam that you can take your dog on in comfortably. Draw last mask frame. Mm. Okay, so you drew field in truncated. Okay, so if I truncate review average, what do I get? A float. So I make an int. Then I do for each and 0 to this end. This is going to be, I cannot do dynamic stuff. Um, you need trunk from 0 to 3. Let's start simple. Let's just put the text of this. String. Okay, so we cannot do this. We can do this. So this would be an H stack, right? So instead of 4, we want something int of review average, let's say. Yeah, so non-constant range. Argument must be a literal. Why? Why? When you use a range in for each, it's read initially and never updated. So if you add or remove items from your array, you can run. Okay, I don't care about that, right? Um, so instead of using this initializer, you should use this initializer. It can be fixed by this. Okay, I will add a fix like that. Um, so this render ball fill true, right? Cannot find blah blah blah. Okay, render ball field true. It needs to be identifiable. Yeah. Okay. I always feel like I'm wasting so much time, but actually it's been like 2.5 hours. So and it feels like I've been here all day. Do you ever have that? Mm, okay, so 4.5. Then we do another for each. This time we start from here and we go up to 6, 5. Can we now then do this? ID self and so text blah. So we rendered from 1 and this to 5. 4.5. Why did we do? Oh, because it goes down. So I need to like seal it, I guess. Or better, I'll just do this. Okay, and then if we do 3.2, so render ball fill false. It needs to, I waste more time. No, I waste more time. But that's the thing, that it's not a waste. It's a feeling of time being wasted. No need for loop is just one item. What if it's 3.2? Oh yeah, all other items are either filled or not. Okay, you are totally correct. So this, okay, you're totally correct. Mm, yes, we will do that. Filled, single masked, not filled. Yes. So how many filled? So we will add something like this many filled is 0. This many unfilled is 0. This one is partially filled and it's like 0.3, right? So this is what we want. Uh, so we will say, okay. We will say uh, this many filled, then from 0 to this many unfilled, and then in the middle, if this one is partially filled, is more than 0, then we render full and we say fill. Let's say true for now, but make it red. Okay, so we say this will be int of review average. This will be uh, 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 how do you take decimal part? Review average minus trunk. Review average. I guess, and then this will be 5 minus this many filled minus this one is partially filled is 0. and one otherwise zero. Like this? Oh, maybe zero otherwise one. If it's more than zero, then we get it one of them. Okay, are we happy? Uh, field plus single, yes. Average minus int average. Yes. Why is it better to do int? I don't get it. This many failed. What did I do? Why did I break everything? I just added int here. But it shouldn't be int. It should be float. I messaged before you implemented your solution. No, no, I saw it. But average minus int average. I didn't see. Okay. But this is now correct. Okay, code review by Alex. Um, okay, so 3.2, if it's 3, let's see. Okay, if it's pi, yeah, okay. Um, so what we want now is to actually say fill one, fill this one is partially filled, and fill zero. Okay, that's what we want to do. I think. Uh, so let's remove this and say this is float. Um, okay, so uh, let full okay. So if fill equals zero or fill equals one, we do this. A result of call to frame. No, I don't think so. Else, return an image, the symbol ball print, the resizable scale to fit frame. It's always the same, but we'll fix it later. Okay, so we do this, but we make it red. Okay. Branches have mismatch. Well, I don't think so, but well, let's just first say image. Image. If this or that. No, okay, we need to make it a view builder, I guess. Uh, for each index in field average review. Oh yeah, that's smart. Right. Let's make it, let's put this here, like this. Uh, okay, why is there a hole here? Uh, uh, uh. Okay, I think you're right. You're right. So actually, we don't need this. We just need for each, right? And we always render 1 through 5. And what we do is we render paw, and we fill it average review minus float index. Average review average minus float index. Zero to one, right? I guess like this. So we can just return, remove all of this. Cannot do closed range. Okay, don't do closed range. And probably clamp it to be 0, 1, yes. To do 0, 5, 1, 5, 0, 5, or 1, 5. Not sure. Okay, so now yes, so it is an H stack, of course. 1, 6. Um, so this works, this doesn't. Why doesn't it not work? Who knows? Where is this ball? Oh, no, what? Where is it? It is there. I don't get it. Oh my God. So this one should be full print fill, but we should. Well, actually, this should be a Z stack of render poll fill false and render poll fill. Well, actually, this now. Function pack return type was inferred as. Mask is, how do we mask it? Alignment, leading, and then we give a rectangle that is frame of width 100. Port dimensions times fill. Oh, this is always unfilled. Excuse me. Okay, it worked. We did it. Thank you for your help. Uh, what? Cannot convert value of type CG float to expected argument of type. Okay. Hey, GZ God, JZZZ God. Thank you for subscribing. Okay. Oh man, so a lot of what we have tried is not really useful. Okay, so think something like this. Okay, and probably make it 14. Okay, and we make age stack a little bit less spacious. Oh, that's a little bit. Hmm. I think this has to be 4 dimensions over 5 or 10. Hmm. Can be even less. Yes, okay. And then I would imagine uh, that details uh, so details approved reviews is empty, then it's empty view. Otherwise, it's render. That probably won't build, of course. So if details and approved reviews is empty, else return empty view. Is this possible like this? Application of result builder disables explicit return. If it's empty, we return empty view, else we return all of this. Or actually, if it's non-empty, maybe that's better. Okay, and here there are no reviews, there is nothing. And here there are reviews. Excuse me? Where are my reviews? Okay, so now there is something wrong with ID of this. Oh no, it is wrong in previews. Okay, okay. And then we say something like this. Where we say text average and then font size is probably caption. How does it look like? And then also string. That's probably like this. Uh, uh, uh. Kind of like this. Okay, so for now, I think Let's take a lunch break. Okay, let's see. Okay, there is another review. Okay, so let's just say this is so for now we'll leave it like this. Let's see, we need to change something. And let's also deploy it. Twelve. Where 12? On production, we have a version of the database 12. What do we have here? Also 12. Okay, so then we can just git this and go to server and docker do this. And wait a long time for it to build. And while we are doing it, we can archive here. Send it to Apple. Okay. Oh, this is gonna take a while, huh? So this is a little bit how the app is in Protec. So we live in Amsterdam and we just went to a bunch of places, so called them or our friends have been there. And these are the ones where you definitely can be with the dog. So not something like, oh, you have to sit outside or you have to like keep an eye on them. This is just really nice to go there. And some are stores that just you can go inside with the dog and maybe have something to go. And some are cafes or restaurants where you just can have dinner. So we have this list, and You can add your own spot. You can say, oh, you know what, I've been here. It was super nice. You have a profile where you say, I have a large dog or a small dog, and we kind of look. We will look at what you suggest, and if it is reasonable, we will add it so that everyone can see it and you can leave reviews. Well, now server is not running. Um, and you can leave reviews, and then you see something like this, right? What we just built. What is it? And then later I'll add some more notes. Oh, that's actually your review that was left. Um, so this is the idea. And later we have like, hey, yeah, well, the research was suggesting there is stuff that was recently added, and later we'll add something like, what's happening here? What's going on? Look at the bar. It's transparent. Huh? Man. Ah, why is this so broken? Is it the same on the phone? Oh, we'll check later. Wait, so here, transparent. Oh, I deleted the whole customization of the bar. Okay, I'll look at the phone. Uh, how is this working? Oh, it's done. Well, let's see. Oh, it is working. Okay, so now I'm gonna check if I scroll down. So if you scroll down, it becomes transparent, which is fine. But then, oh yeah, when you scroll back up, it's fine. But with the search, that was a breaking, right? I guess it works. Okay, so do we have any reviews? Um, let's see if we have any reviews on production. That's what we need to check, right? Um, what is this? Okay, this is for what place? So I'm gonna change this to all be friendly, and I'll just approve this. Okay. Um, huh? Oh, because I already have it. Okay, let's just say it's from Sarah. Okay, so now this place has some production, some reviews. One says that it's 5, one says that it's 4, this one. Okay, so, and then here, then I tap on it and it says 3 average, which is average of these two numbers, which is good. Okay, and then we have to add actually reviews. Let's go later. For now, I'm a bit hungry, so I'll go take care of that. See you in a bit. Thank you for joining.